Hi, Sunny. This is Taryn.
And Morgan.
And today we're representing the Data Wizards and presenting our Alliance Sales and Marketing data findings.
So to start off, we wanted to consolidate our executive summary just so you were able to get our main points right off the bat on this presentation. As a team, we were able to enhance our data through data mining and visualizations using Power BI, which you'll see those graphs and visuals in the following slides. And what we examined on these visualizations were the dollar and unit sales for the yogurt in Kroger grocery stores. We were able to make visuals with the total dollar sales and total unit sales that covered those four fields that were mentioned. And moving on, we were also able to recognize the 13th month within the Chobani calendar. That is a crucial change from the regular calendar that we are all used to.
So to also give you some business understanding, for Kroger, they're a major revenue-generating company, specifically in the retail grocery industry. However, they are currently under scrutiny. So for starters, we mainly just wanted to prioritize analyzing historical sales patterns by comparing our different yogurt sales with average pricing for manufacturers across divisions, and you'll see that in one of our visualizations, and that highlighted specific manufacturers as well as cities. And overall, we just wanted to look at their performance and create representations for yogurt sales indicators.
So once we figured out our business understanding and what we were looking to present, we needed to prepare the data. And so to do this, we wanted to first start off by cleaning up the Excel file by really just removing those unnecessary rows that were not going to be necessary for our presentation or visualizations in Power BI. Once we were able to clean that up, we were able to upload everything to Power BI to start making those visualizations that you're going to see in these upcoming slides. For our Chobani report, we use those four fields as Tara mentioned earlier from the spreadsheets, them being current dairy yogurt, this year natural food yogurt, last year dairy yogurt, and last year natural food yogurt. So taking that, we were able to figure out the missing values that we had and being able to figure out what we need to include so the visualization was accurate and they would be able to use it in the future to help understand their total sales and revenue from the yogurt and which one is which. And we also created a visualization to recognize the unconventional weeks and months in the Chobani calendar instead of just 12 months like we have just previously stated.
So our first figure is going to be the replicated model that we used. It was the sum of Kroger scanned retail dollars and average price. So if you take a look, you can kind of see that it's from 2019 to 2020, and we did it in the millions. So their average price did reach a high within the 10th week. And that was around $29 million. But you can see that it clearly had a steep decline as well.
So moving off our first replication visualization, we wanted to address not only the sales, but the total dollar sales and total unit sales and see how those compare. We can see the same dip in the graph around September 17th in the year 2019 and how it goes down, and then it starts to increase the first week of November. So that's something that Chobani and Kroger can take into consideration when looking at this data, is recognizing these patterns and where in the year their sales start to decrease, considering that they could maybe up marketing for this or promote a new yogurt that would increase their sales. And also with figure 2, we just wanted to point out that the top graph on top of this slide is for the cities, and the bottom one is focusing more on the manufacturers themselves.
And then for our final model that we built a model, but unfortunately we're not able to fully upload that into the presentation because we had difficulty screenshotting it. But we wanted to just add the time slicer, which was at the bottom of the Power BI model that we created, just demonstrating how, just mainly looking to represent, we clearly did it in years, but within each calendar year, there's going to be 13 months that were represented like in our data, still playing off of the Chobani calendar, but making sure that it shows like their total sales throughout that time.
And moving on with the testing evaluation, we want to make sure that as a team, we all thoroughly reviewed this data and our logic behind it before we presented this report in this presentation to you. So we were able to really scan through the original Excel sheet and make sure that the Excel sheet and the numbers matched our Power BI visualizations, which was a good method to go back and double check our work and to make sure it was truly reflected in the graphics that we are demonstrating to you now. And we are also able to show those data transformations and modifications by looking at the graphs where we focused on certain cities to see how sales and unit sales were doing for the year, and manufacturers and how they were reacting to those sales as well.
And then finally, for our deployment, all of our visualizations gave us a lot of insights into the different sales performances at specific time intervals throughout the years, but also location as well as manufacturer-wise. So this is obviously a benefit to Kroger to be able to monitor their sales progression throughout the years and also assess their current sales standing. And this is obviously very valuable when making decisions and trying to make sure that you identify key areas where you may be able to enhance sales and profits as a whole.
And to end, we just want to thank you for listening to this and for allowing us to give this presentation to you, and we're looking forward to hear the feedback that you have for us. Thank you.
Thank you.